Unlimited
Hel-
fam. What's going
Hello,
on?
everybody.
Ryan, my man.
You are full.
What's going on?
You are full of energy. Have you
I
been
wasn't.
in the
What?
Have you been in the sun today?
I've been in the sun for a while, man. I was cutting my yard. I went live earlier, so a lot of you guys know that I cut my yard. My back was hurting, and I shouldn't have been, and it's still hurting, but that's okay. I should be just laying in my massage chair right now, not doing anything. But I wanted to make sure that we were here for you guys, and we're going to talk about what?
Money spending,
Money, money,
money,
money.
money
So, Ryan,
management.
we have a great dichotomy here because you, on one hand, are very good at spend or saving money and not spending it and being frugal with your money. And I am even better at it than you. No, not even close. Actually, you see, this is a prime example of what you shouldn't be spending your money on. Silly,
Exactly.
silly stuff. Oh, I'm so bad at. No, I'm great at spending money. That's my problem. I am good. I am very, very good at it. Like no joke, very good at it. Hey, where's
You're
everybody? I
very
want
good
to hear. I
at
want
spending a
comments. I
lot
want
of
people.
money.
Yeah, for real. I want people to comment. Are you good at saving money or spending money? Put in there. Are you good at saving money or spending money? So, what's on the agenda, brother?
Well, let's start with where should you put money and where you shouldn't.
Where
So
should you?
let's
Hold on. Hold on. You should definitely put your money in Versace, Armani, um, maybe Louis Vuitton if you're into bags. Am I off? Am I?
Well, if you're talking about their shares in the stock market, yeah, maybe. If
Really?
you're talking about buying their stuff, definitely not. Definitely. You
Really?
know, uh, so putting your money. First of all, you should have a strategy, a monthly strategy. So every month that you earn your income, either from your job or from your passive income, maybe you are renting some apartments, uh, your monthly allowance if you are a kid or a teenager. So you take a bunch of money in your pocket. All right. You should have certain percentages. What goes to savings? What goes to investments? What is for fun? What is for your monthly expenses? Everyone has monthly expenses. If you are a teenager, it's the food you're eating at school, maybe, or you have a subscription somewhere in an app like in Spotify, in Netflix. It could be a subscription to a magazine. It could be a subscription to a personal development service like Unlimited Potential.
Mhm.
So you need to know what your expenses are every month. You're like that the expenses that come every month.
Excuse me. Side
No
effect of
worries.
being outside cutting grass.
So if let's say you have an income of 600 euros per month, or I will
Let's
give
let's
great.
let's make
Let's
it
raise
let's
it.
make it round numbers. Let's make it 1,000 so
All
people
right.
can and tangible. Like what can people like? What percent should you put up? No matter what, just put it up like you don't even see it. What percent should you allot to fun? Right?
Yeah.
Using just basic 1,000 a month. Talk to us.
So all right. You have 1,000 per month income. Okay. What are your expenses? Are your expenses 300 per month? 400? All right. So now you know your basic expenses, and you know that this 40% goes to the monthly expenses, and you have to calculate in year round. So if, for example, your car, apart from the gas you put in your car, you have the insurance, you have like the taxes and some other like the service, the annual
Mm,
service, you
mm.
have to take this into account and then divide it by 12, like 12 months. So you know that for your car, you need like so much money every month. You put that aside.
That's if you're paying your car insurance per year, right? If you're not paying per month, because in some countries, some place like here, I pay for the whole year, but in the States, I'd pay for the month, right?
Exactly. You could be paying per month, per trimester, semester,
Mm.
or yearly. So
Yeah.
no matter what, there is an amount that goes monthly. So if you're paying, for example, 120 euros per year, it's 10 euros per month, your insurance.
Mm.
So you put this in your monthly calculation of
Hmm.
expenses.
Hmm.
So after you know how much you spend, you know what percentage goes straight to the side. You count that this 40% that we calculated is your expenses because you own it somewhere. So
Hmm.
someone needs to be paid with that money. Either it's your mobile service, your car, the bill, the allowance, no, like the electricity, water, and waste,
Utilities.
the utility
Utilities.
bills. Yeah. So you found that. All right. Next, after the expenses, uh, first it should be a percentage that goes for savings and investment. So you need to pay yourself first. So what percentage is that? Is it 30%? Is it 20%? Is it 40%? It matters. It's in accordance to how frugal you are and how fast you want to invest your money. So it should be at least a 10% savings and 10% investments, but you can go higher than that if you can have the according lifestyle of spending less in fun and fun service.
Mm.
So first investment and saving, then the expenses, and the third one is for short-term fun and long-term fun. So it could be, for example, short term for the coffees and some food you eat during the month with friends outside, some cocktails. And the long term fun could be the new PS5, PlayStation 5. It could be, yeah, it could be the new iPhone. It could be πώς λέγεται? A trip you want to go in Thailand, for example, and you're saving for a year or 2 years until you go there and stay for 3 months, whatever, So you put some goals. And again, the tip here is not to put the percentages I tell you or Dave tells you or the categories I and Dave tell you. It's to have a strategy with certain percentages. This is the to do here, the
Mm.
bullet point,
Mm.
the percentile strategy. What
Okay.
do you think about it, Dave? How do you
I
find this
like it,
idea?
man. I like that. I like that idea. I'm all about tangibles, right? So, look, the truth is, everyone is not as disciplined as the other person. And so, what worked for me was ensuring that I had a mutual fund account that my
Mhm.
10%, 20% went into, that it costs a lot to take out, right? So if I take 10,000 out, it's going to cost me 2,000, right? It costs me 20% because I got to pay taxes. So that makes you go, let me think about this if I want to withdraw that. All right. So that's money
Mhm.
that you just can't get to easily, right? Then you got your savings account. You should always be putting money into a savings account, and that's your rainy day fund, right? If something happens to your car, I had a friend of mine, she took her car to the mechanic, right? After she picked it up for the mechanic, she's driving down the road, it catches on fire.
Oh.
Whole car is on fire, it's totaled. Her insurance says, sorry, that's not a natural disaster. That was you picking the bad mechanic, I guess. And she's just out of a car.
Mhm.
So that savings, right, that rainy day fund should be enough to cover when shit happens, because things do happen in life. The end. They happen. So you should have enough money in there to cover when things go wrong. When your car breaks down, what are you going to do? When your refrigerator breaks down, what are you going to do? Right? Not these little things that go wrong, right? If your coffee pot breaks down, okay, you can go buy another coffee pot, unless it's a really expensive one. And even then, you could go buy a cheap one and it does the same thing. Um, but you should always have money just in case, not if, when things go wrong, right? and
Exactly.
and i
Exactly.
i remember I remember rolling pennies up and quarters up. They have them in a little sleeve, right? You remember when you went to the States, you saw pennies and quarters, no, to
Hmm.
psila,
Yeah.
and I'd put them in these little sleeves, and it'd be I think $20 for quarters, and $1 for pennies. Yeah, 100 pennies. Anyways, I couldn't afford to fix my car. My car didn't have reverse. The reverse went out. It was an automatic. The reverse went out. It was going to be $1,200 to fix it, and at that time, I didn't have it. So I wouldn't park in a stall or something unless it was up a hill that I could roll back in neutral and then put it in drive and go. I couldn't do anything, yo. I didn't have the money to fix it. I was barely getting by. I had two kids and a wife in school, and it sucked, man. And when you get stuck somewhere, right, and you go, oh, I forgot I don't have reverse, and you pulled in, and now you're pushing your car out just to get out, right? Luckily, I'm a big, strong guy and I could push this car. It was a Hyundai Elantra, a black Hyundai Elantra. I'll never forget. And I'm pushing my car until I could afford to fix it. So the point is, have some money socked away somewhere where you're not screwing with it, but you can access it when you need to, right? And you got to be disciplined, because this is not a mutual fund or an investment account where it's hard to access, right? This is a savings account where you can get to it, but you're disciplined enough to understand shit happens. And you don't want to be pushing a car out of a stall, or get pissed off when somebody is behind you and in front of you, right? And
Yeah.
you can't go anywhere. Uh, no reverse, man. No reverse. So yeah, those I think those are my two takeaways. Is make sure you got some money that you're investing, um, and then make sure that you have some money that you're saving. Those are big things, and you should, no matter what, even if it's $10 a month, those things you should commit to. 100,
Mhm.
200, 1,000, depending on what your goals, like Ryan said, what your goals are in life, right? So sometimes you'll get to the point where you don't need to worry about your savings. You're not putting a bunch of money in there because you already got a bunch, and then you end up blowing other money, right? Putting money somewhere else or investing it into a business or something like that. And it depends on where you want to be, but those things are a must. You must invest your money. You must have a rainy day fund. Must, 100%, no matter what.
Mhm. So let's face the problem right now. Most people are broke because they spend their money instead on they spend them in things that don't have real value, or it's something that it's like I say,
Instant gratification.
like a firework, sparkle
Hmm.
and then off, you know.
Yep.
So about this is the problem we need to face. So, okay, have fun. You go for cocktails. Go for cocktails. How often you will go? If you go like 15 times in the month for cocktails, of course you will be broke. You spend all your money on drinks. It's another thing to go for cocktails 1 or 2 days per month with your friends and spend like $50 a night. And another thing to go again and again and again. Even if you drink one cocktail every day, every night, if you go for 15 days, it's a huge
At 10 bucks, at
amount.
10 bucks a pop. Yep. At ten bucks a pop every time you go out, guess what? You're at 150 bucks for nothing. For just
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
And
just like that.
it's not a beautiful experience that you will remember. It's something that it's very casual, you know. It's
Yeah, yeah,
another
yeah.
thing to invest in experiences, like great and unique experiences with your friends or your spouse or your kids. And another thing to just go and spend your time first and money second.
Mhm. Yeah.
So choose your fun, but choose how often you have that fun.
Yeah,
And
you know,
then
I'll tell
don't.
you, I'll tell you. I was talking with Susan, my daughter, and
Mm-hmm,
a few years ago, and she came to me. She said, "Dad, I don't know where my money is going. Like, she has a good job, she makes good money. She's like, it seems like I'm always missing a couple $100 every month, and I'm not sure what's up." And so we did a budget, and we've practiced budgeting almost all her life she could remember. And so we did a budget together, and she found out that she was working, and she wanted to get coffee every day, right? And she was going to Starbucks, and she was spending $250 every month on Starbucks. And it's like that. You don't realize it. You don't realize it until you account for the money that you're spending, right? Oh,
yeah,
if you get a coffee twice a day, right? $5 a day, $10 a day, times 30 in a month, that's 150, $300. And you don't even realize it. You don't think about it.
yeah,
So when we talk about money, two things that really make me go, you have to have these two things: restraint and discipline. Restraint.
hmm,
Don't think about the instant gratification, right? Don't think about what you're going to get out of it right now. Actually, think the opposite. What is this going to bring me later? What is this stupid shirt, right, going to give me later? If I would have thought about when I bought this, and this was, a few $100, $100 and something dollars. If I would have thought, is this going to give me anything later? And I really took a moment, I would have said, no, I have over 100 shirts. Why do I need another freaking, another shirt? I do not need another shirt. Why would I buy that? But I saw it and I clicked, right? I didn't have restraint and I was seeking instant gratification. So if you want to save money, you have to be on the opposite side of that. You have to have restraint and you have to deny instant gratification. You have to think,
yeah,
this isn't going to give me anything in tomorrow, next week. I don't remember when I got this, the feeling that I had when I got this. I don't remember the feeling that I had when this came in the mail. It wasn't my first expensive shirt. It wasn't my first expensive purchase, relatively expensive. And it was nothing, right? Except a waste of money. I could have donated that money and felt good about it. I could have bought someone's groceries for less than this shirt. I could have went to Alpha Beta. I could have went to a grocery store, waited till somebody had a big load of groceries and paid for it. And I would have gotten far more out of that than this shirt brought me.
Hmm. You know,
Far.
as a teenager, I used to spend a lot of money on clothes, like brands. My brand was Energy back then, Energy, the Italian brand. So I loved it. I was spending. I knew the collection by heart better than the salespeople. After I'm at a moment in my life right now that I don't buy something, I don't buy clothes if I don't need it. I will go and I say, okay, I need a black shirt to match my suit. All right, I go search for a black shirt. I find it, buy it, not expensive one, because I don't believe in brands anymore. I don't care if it's a $10 shirt from Zara or a $100 shirt from Armani. It doesn't give me the extra pleasure. It will give me pain if I pay 90 euros more than I could. I will be in pain if I can find a $10 shirt or $20 shirt of good quality and I
Yeah.
pay instead 80. I will so this is the thing I how I have set up my mind that it's more pain to lose money than it is to gain a branded cloth piece of cloth.
Mm.
So what I try to say is from your purchases, guys, check to see, does it really matter if it's a brand? Does it really matter if it's the $200 item instead of the $80 item? Or you could do the same job with it and you can save the rest of the money, you know?
Yeah.
With
Big deal.
the MP3 player, your phone, your tablet, your computer, whatever it is, your kitchen appliances, and your car as well. It makes a great difference to buy a $30,000 car and a $10,000 car. It will move you to the same space, and you probably will spend it will you will probably spend less in gasoline as well and in services. So
Yeah. But
until
but
you
look, to be fair, we all like stuff and we work for stuff. So the balance is, right? The balance is, are you working for stuff and you're in debt and you're stressed about money, right? Are you buying things that don't give you pleasure, but yet
Mhm.
you also don't have the other priorities first, right? So
Yeah,
this shirt to Bill Gates, it isn't even a thought. He
exactly.
he he's this doesn't even and honestly to me, and not that I'm at Bill Gates's level, but I buy this and I don't care about the money I spent on it, with a caveat. I care because I know that I could put that money somewhere better. That's my problem. That's
You
my
know,
personal problem.
what you're saying right now is the best financial advice I read about using your money. It was from the book The Millionaire Fast Lane from MJ DeMarco. And he was
Okay.
saying, the author was saying, so if you think that you can afford something, if you need to run it through your mind to see if you can afford it,
You can't
or you're
afford it.
not, or you can, or you're not sure that you can, then you can't afford it. The
Yep.
only things in life at every moment in your financial path that you can afford are the ones that you don't even need to think about. So, as you said to Bill Gates, this shirt is nothing. He doesn't need to think if he can afford. Like the best car in the world, the Bugatti, he doesn't need to think if he can afford. If even if it's $18 million, he can afford it without thinking because he's
Yeah.
making $4 million while he's sleeping every night. So, to you, Dave, for example, the new iPhone, it's not like something that you need to think if you can afford
Right.
because you buy it once and you know you can afford it. It's within your reach. To someone else, if you have to think if you can afford it, and you say, maybe if I don't drink so many coffees this month, maybe if I save from somewhere else, then maybe then I can take it. No, guys, this is a no. This is your subconscious telling you, no, you can't afford it, my friend,
And this is you
and you
convincing
shouldn't
yourself.
buy it.
This is you convincing yourself that you deserve to buy it when you haven't earned the right to buy it. Why haven't you
Exactly.
earned the right to buy it? Because you're thinking about sacrificing other things in order to buy something else. So
Mhm.
it just makes no sense. So learn how to be disciplined with your money and think about those things before you go spend it, and I personally need to do a better job of thinking about things. Actually, the last few months I've been really good about it, because I don't feel good, right? Even though I've earned the right to buy whatever the heck I want to buy, I don't
Mhm.
feel good about buying another shirt. I feel good about giving that money or doing something with that money for people that were in or that are in situations that I was in, because I know what it's like to be poor. I remember very well, right? And hell, I grew up. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, Bella, and we were talking about government cheese. Did you guys have government cheese here? Do you guys have like a let me tell you about poor. Government cheese.
The government gives you food.
Yeah, yeah. So the government back long time ago, they would give us, my mom, food, and we'd go pick up. I don't remember what food, but I remember the government cheese, and it would be a block of cheese. Okay, a big block of cheese like this, and you couldn't cut it. It was so hard. I don't know what the hell processed stuff that it wasn't. Oh, bruh. And you couldn't cut it. Yo, if anybody remembers government cheese, you guys put in the comments you remember government cheese. You couldn't cut it, Ryan. You'd have to melt it a little bit, and this is before microwaves, right? Before microwaves, so you put it in the oven for a little bit and let it get a little soft, and then you could try to cut it, and you make a cheese sandwich with it.
Mm.
Oh man, oh bruh, that's poor. That's poor, and there's poorer people. There's much worse situations, much worse, much worse. But I remember government cheese, and I know what it's like. And the problem is a lot of you out there have your priorities mixed up, and
Yeah.
you're just one paycheck from being homeless, one paycheck or one car breaking down from not paying your bills this month, right? But you're thinking about an iPhone. You're thinking about the Galaxy S20, 21 now. But you're and then you're going, oh, I can use a credit card. I did it. I maxed out credit cards. I had 3, 4, 5 credit cards maxed out. And then I would pay them and then buy something else. Why? Why? Oh man.
Yeah,
Poor
yeah.
decision.
So that's the problem with spending money, that you want to buy the food or the drinks or the toys, the iPhones, the PlayStations, the whatever for your something for your car. So if you realize that you can't afford it right now because if something goes wrong the other month and you are out of work or you are home in bed or COVID goes out like it did, things
Mm-hmm.
like that. So then you don't have enough money to live, you don't have enough money to fix your car and other stuff like, or to fix something in your house. So you need to have money at the side, money in the bank, and to live below your means, not above your means. Living above your means is a very bad practice, and mathematically will get you in a very bad position in life, and you
Yeah.
will be a bad example for your kids as well. And one last thing I would like to say, that you don't, in order to have fun, you don't need to spend money every time. There is so much free fun, like going with your friends in a park and enjoying, or at the beach, um, like going with your spouse for a walk around. Things like that, enjoy the sun, enjoy the beach, enjoy nature, go for a
Mm-hmm.
walk, go for a ride with your bike, things like that, or gather at your house or someone else's house to enjoy some board games. It's not fun. It's not always about spending and opening bottles in the bars, having drinks, having expensive meals. You can have a cheap meal and still enjoy it, with your
Yep.
kids, with your spouse, with your family.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, we're at 33 minutes. You have
Very
anything
good.
before we wrap up, brother? I think that was
No,
good.
yeah.
That there were some tangible things, or at least
Hmm.
some stuff to make people think a little bit and go, hmm, ah, it sucks, but maybe I can't afford that. Ah, I really want to take that trip. I really want that iPhone. I really want that new car. You know?
Yeah.
But is it smart? Is it smart? No. And it doesn't matter what your income level is. I'm telling you, it just doesn't matter. You could be making 20,000 or 500,000 a year. It doesn't matter. We all want. We just want, right? We want, and I get it. I'm no better than anyone else. I'm probably worse than most, but it takes some discipline. It takes some restraint, some thought to go, all right, all right, all right. I don't need that. I I really don't even want that, you know?
Yeah.
COVID made me realize that as much as I tell myself, oh, I buy clothes because I like clothes. I buy clothes because I like other people to see me in clothes. That's just the truth. Because
Hmm.
I bought a lot of sweats that didn't cost a lot, that were extremely comfortable, right? I didn't have to go buy Versace sweats, right? I bought some Body Talk sweats that are not Versace, are so comfortable. Oh man, right? So it made me think about, am I lying to myself? I think part of me it's yeah, I like to show off a little bit, right? For what reason?
Uh, the realization is the first step.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I made a change. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm sure I'm going to buy some more Versace because there is a part of me that does like it. I do like it for myself.
Hmm.
I like the way. Look, the truth is, this feels better. This feels different than other brands, but not so much. Like not 5 times different. I have 2 Body Talk
Yeah.
shirts that I love. They feel better than this Versace one, and they were 5 times less.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah,
all right.
so guys, if you see this video and you think our advices are good or great, you can share it with somebody that you know that could benefit from hearing the advices and the mindset the proposal for mindset change.
Absolutely.
And if you still have questions, you can write us in the comments, and we will see the questions afterwards, after the video is finished, and we will reply to you. All right?
Yep, we got a lot of comments here. For some reason, the comments aren't popping up here in StreamYard anymore, but we got a lot of comments on Facebook, so we'll definitely respond to everybody. Hey, also, lastly, don't forget, I got a new program for parents and mentors of teens. So go.upna.net. I want you guys to go there. If you know somebody that's struggling with their young person, if they're struggling or they're trying to like figure out different ways to be more impactful, maybe they're a mentor or a coach to teenagers, have them go there. You go.upna.net. An amazing program, and it's so cheap. And actually, I'm going to triple the price pretty soon here. It's too cheap. It's too cheap. You get 12 months of awesome stuff, videos, modules, workbooks, all kinds of stuff. 12 months of this. Every month you get something, and it's $149 today. It's not going to stay 140. I'm not going to keep it at $149. It's worth thousands, and it's going to go up. It's going to triple in price soon. So go get it. Share it with somebody that might need it. If they have a teen that they're struggling to connect with, make sure that you share this with them. Share the video with somebody that might need to think about money and their discipline and their restraint, because maybe you're going to create that aha moment for them, and it's going to change their life. We love you guys. Thank you guys for
And
being here.
it's also for new about to be parents, like with babies that want to educate themselves about raising children, right?
No, not really. No. This is gonna be just for parents of teens or preteens. You got a long ways before some of this stuff is really implemented that I'm talking about. So if you have a preteen or a teen, or you can use some of this advice. Like last month, the module was on goal setting, how to set goals, how to achieve goals. Right? I'm talking about chunking. What's chunking? Oh, you got to buy the program to figure it out. No, chunking is when you break your goal up, right? Because a lot of people get scared and don't even achieve their goal, right? Ryan, you and I talked about chunking. You remember?
Yeah.
Don't even achieve their goal because it's so big. But if you chunk your goal up into to steps, right? Small subsets, small goals, and then you reward yourself every time you achieve that small goal, you are far more likely to achieve the bigger goal. Anyways, all that stuff just in last month. So, all right, we love you guys. Ryan,
Yeah. Bye bye.
peace.